In my life, I've got a lot of questions about South Korea, and mostly most of the foreign males ask me about the military service in South Korea. So today, let's talk about it. When I was 20 years old, I went to military service for two years and 2 months. That time it was 26 months period, but now it's turned to a little bit shorter. Now, as I know, the military service 1.5 years, so total 18 months. Most of the male in South Korea got some notice from the military department when they turn to 20 years old. There is two way we can delay the military service time. First one is studying in the university. So military department waits for us to finish our studying in the college. And the second one is if I prove my family cannot stay alive without me, means there is no more income except me, the military service also can be delayed. When every man goes to military service at the first day, like they become like a jerk. Even they are very smart outside of the society or something, it doesn't matter. Everybody become like jerk and dumb and stupid because the army culture make people feels like it. Usually most of men get some kind of 5 weeks kind of pre-training before we go to army troop. And for 5 weeks, we learned everything to become a real soldier, how to shoot the guns and how to answer and how to eat, even how to shit in the toilet. During that times, the happiest moment is just before go to bed, because after awaken in the early morning 6 a.m. and until go to bed sleeping time on 10 p.m. Most of the time we have to stay nervous, and also we never can stop moving. We have to do something continuously physically. So mostly people stop to thinking about what we gonna do because we just follow the instructions and orders from the senior. Actually, most of the skills which learned from the army is actually useless in our real life. In my case, I learned a lot of things, how to install mine underground and how to shoot the guns. But actually, the most skillful is which I learned from army is doing laundry by hand. And maybe you may don't know about this, but we also have some kind of a vacation during army service. After 6 months, the army allow us to go back hometown for 5 days, and most of the guys just spend this time for drinking with the friends. And in my case, I spend half of the vacations to play PC game, and another half is for drinking soju. And something funny is in the army, as time goes by, the people getting a little bit smarter, but that's another definition of being smart. Okay, when we are smart outside of the army, it means we study very well and we are very creative. But actually, in the army, smart means we follow instruction with any other command and we listen very carefully and we never say something we are thinking. That means the being smart in the army. Most of the soldiers, when almost finished their army service, they are thinking, okay, now I can do everything. I am like Avengers, and after I go back to the university, I will study very well for my future, and this army period make me some more improvement in my life. That's everybody thinking the same things. But most of the people, after finishing their army service, when they go back to college and to friends, to family, and they restart drinking and they restart playing games again. So we just return back to the previous time before we start the army service. So it means but that's why we are talking, we are speaking, we just spend almost 2 years very useless time in our life. And also a lot of people compare the USA Army and the South Korean Army, but it does make sense because in the US Army it's kind of volunteers and those guys are getting a little bit high salary because of their service. But in South Korea, we are going to army because it's mandatory, and our salary was quite low. Now it's getting increased a little bit more. However, but still, it's not enough money. Today I explained about the South Korean military army service, mandatory service. Okay, if you liked it, please click the subscribe of these channels. Thank you for watching and listening.